Hello, my name is Naomi Griffin, and I'm going to be showing you how to use um, ChatGPT for travel hacks. And today specifically, we're going to be talking about how to create a travel itinerary. As you can see, I'm in Portugal, the Douro Valley here. I just got to the Douro Valley, and I've been traveling in Europe for about 35 days now. My journey will come to a close in about 2 weeks, but I personally use ChatGPT to create itineraries and to aid in other travel hacks. So I am decided to create a little series on how that can also help you. So first of all, we're going to start with a little brief PowerPoint that I put together just to kind of preview into what we're going to be doing, because I'm going to go through actually showing you how to do it on ChatGPT itself. So we're going to go ahead and start that now. So here we are. And today we're going to be learning how to create a travel itinerary using ChatGPT and what we can expect, basically what to include in your itinerary, how we can use ChatGPT to help you stick to your budget, and how to create a itinerary with ChatGPT that can actually help you find places that you didn't even know about. Hence why I'm in the Douro Valley now. I did not even know it existed. So for our first step, we're going to ask ChatGPT to plan an itinerary. You can be as specific or as broad as you want, and I'll go into that a little bit more in the actual preview of the travel itinerary. For number two, we're going to fill out our itinerary details. These are anything that we specifically want within our travels, anything that we are not willing to leave out, any places, locations. And three, we're going to fill any gaps and changes. So you can preview your itinerary, and then you will go on to fill any gaps or changes that you want to kind of tweak a little bit. And I'll show you what that means in a little bit later. So then we have number four, which is add any must-haves. At the end of your itinerary, you may do some research found and one may lead to another, and you may find something that is a must-have, and you can easily add that to your itinerary and continue what you have going on. And then for number five, we have to ask for a day-by-day itinerary from ChatGPT so that we are able to see exactly what we are looking for. And then number six, our final step, is to ask for a in-depth budget breakdown. So I'm going to show you a little bit about what that looks like. You can find it on here real quick. So for me, I asked to create an itinerary for traveling with flights from Charleston, where I live, South Carolina, to France. I wanted it to leave September 20th and return October 20th, 2024. And I would like to book a rental car at the airport, so please give me suggestions towards which company to choose. Please choose 4 cities within France for me to visit, with 1 week in each city, which is my preference. And then please choose which activities I should do based on this criteria: beach, island, Eiffel Tower, Omaha Beach. And then I go on to budgets, which is a very large budget. Was not my budget for this trip, but $25,000. Just an example, fun example. And I would like to stay in 4-star hotels only. They all must have air conditioning as a condition. Additionally, I would like for you to pick my hotels for me. So here's what ChatGPT came up with for me. It's a pretty detailed itinerary we have here, but we can make it a little more detailed. So it wants me to fly into Charles de Gaulle, rent a car. It tells me which car rentals I should choose from based on its recommendations, and it tells me exactly what hotels I should stay in. So it wants me to stay in a hotel by the Eiffel Tower, likely because I said that the Eiffel Tower was a condition. It's a 4-star hotel with air conditioning, and then it gives me a short itinerary for the week in city 1, and then we come to city 2, which is Nice, and it gives me the dates for when I would stay there, and it also gives me the hotel once again, and then also the activities which I should be doing or should consider doing. And then we have, I'm going to butcher the same, but Marseille. It goes on with basically the same thing: Normandy, where Omaha Beach is, along with all these. And that gives me a slight budget breakdown. So it gives me per trip, round trip, flights, car rental estimated, so $500 a week for 4 weeks, and hotel stays allocated for activities, etc. So then I wanted to change it up a little bit, and this brings me to step 2. Can I use this itinerary, but instead include visiting the French island of Corsica instead of Marseille? So then ChatGPT tells me, of course, so then it modifies it for me. So Paris, Nice, Corsica, Normandy, and return to Paris. Here we are. And then I go to step 3 and I ask to add any activities or must-haves, which for me was paddleboarding, dinner, boat cruises, and restaurant recommendations for dinner half the nights in each city. And then once again, it comes down to this, but now it has paddleboarding included with my weekend stays and boat tours. As you can see on the bottom of here, it recommends for me to take the river cruise for dinner. And then it also gives me some exact recommendations for such. And then consider booking a guided paddleboard tour. And it basically does the so on and so on for each city that I would be visiting. So we have more dinner recommendations with sea views. Corsica has paddleboarding dinner recommendations. Normandy has all of the above. And then this brings us to another step. Can we use this itinerary to create a day-by-day refined itinerary? So we're going to use this to refine our itinerary so that we can have day-by-day a little bit of a guideline, which you can obviously tweak. So we have day 1, day 2, day 3 through 6 here in Paris. And then we have day 7 through 10 with Nice. And then we're basically going so on and so on. It gives me some dinner recommendations, some free evenings, and then so on and so on. We go down to here where I asked, can you provide an in-depth budget breakdown for me? And if you can, a daily spending budget I need to stick to in order to achieve my budget goals, which is something that I implemented into my trip. Now I give myself a daily spending budget in order to not go too much over budget over one day. And of course that will fluctuate a little bit. Some days you will go over budget and some days you'll go under. So then we have here major expenses, estimated costs for flights round trip for 2 people, daily budget. So you have to budget $200 a day for flights and the total cost, but the estimated cost for a rental car is $500 for 20. Well, and then the daily budget is $1,785. We have an estimated cost of $6,000 to $7,000 in hotels, which gives us a daily budget of $214 to $250 for accommodations. We have activities and tours totaling $2,000 and so on and so on. So basically it gives you a very detailed spending budget that you can keep. And so that's pretty much all I have for this video. I hope you will tune into my other videos on travel hacks. I hope that this video was helpful to you and you learned something